We're back. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Yimzy here. You know how we do it. We're talking about Super Eagles players who had the best performances throughout the past week and the weekend. I'll be starting with no other than Ademola Lookman. There is a managerial problem at Atalanta. Gasperini is at it again. Ademola Lookman was subbed off in the 70th minute against Lazio. They were trailing 1-0 against Lazio, and their best player was subbed off. And at the end of the game, Gasperini said, this is also funny, I've never said this before. Gasperini said, Lookman was subbed off by mistake. Wait, hold on. How do you sub off a player by mistake? And the manager is coming out to say this. You're subbing up your best player by mistake. How does that sound? That doesn't even sound right. Doesn't sound right. He said the player who he meant to sub off was Ede, and he told his coaching staff, he told them Ade, and I think they mistook that to Ede, and he was subbed off. Wait, didn't he see Lookman walking off the pitch? Did he see Lookman walking off the pitch, and it didn't occur to him that that wasn't the player he meant to sub off? You allow the sub to continue. I think when the third official raises the board for a player to get subbed off, there's at least 15 to 30 seconds before that player walks out. You mean you sat on the bench, you saw Lookman walking off for about 10 seconds, you saw Lookman walking off, you saw the board, and it didn't occur to you that this wasn't the player you meant to sub off. You allowed Lookman walk off the pitch. The player who was getting subbed on came in, and after the game you're saying he was subbed off by mistake. How does that sound, Gasperini? How does that sound? This is crazy, Gasperini. I have no words for you. See, Lookman has to leave this club by the summer. So he has to leave Atlanta. He's had enough. He's getting terrible treatment at Atalanta, and he needs to leave. Previously, remember months ago when Gasperini called him out for missing a penalty, threw his best player under the bus, and now you're saying you mistakenly subbed him off when you're trailing. You're fighting for the league title and you're mistakenly subbing off a player. Now Atlanta sit 10 points below Inter Milan, and the title has slipped off. I don't see how it's possible for them to close down the gap between them and Inter Milan. They've still got Napoli in between. There's no way. I don't think there's any way they can catch up with Inter Milan at this point, except something happens. Inter Milan loses games back to back. But as it stands now, the title has slipped off Atlanta. I don't think they're anyway in the title race anymore. They just have to maintain their spot in the top 4 and make Champions League next season. And on the opposing team, Lazio, Fisayo Dele-Bashiru is back. He's back with an assist. He was laid off for a couple of weeks after being injured. Remember, he narrowly missed the call-up list because he just got back from injury. So he missed Eric Chell's call-up list for the World Cup qualifier after just getting back from injury, and he was still fighting fitness, and now he's back in shape. He got an assist for the goal against Atalanta. Good one for Fisayo Dele-Bashiru. Good to see him back in shape. Hopefully he stays in shape so that he can make the Unity Cup after the league, after the end of the European season. And Lazio have also moved up, and they're in 6th place right now, and they're looking to make Europe next season. Now moving on from the Serie A to the Ligue 1, our assist master Moses Simon now has 9 assists in the Ligue 1 this season, and he has a total of 16 goal involvement for Nantes this season. He helped Nantes get a well-deserved 3 points last week, and now he's in pole position to win a new award. He's leading the race to win a new award that was just created in the Ligue 1. It's called the best dribbler of the season, and he's leading the race to get this award. He currently has 56 most successful dribbles, 56 successful dribbles in the Ligue 1 this season, and it's looking good for Moses Simon. 9 assists, very good, very good one for him. Hopefully he continues with this form, and he'll definitely get an award. If he doesn't win an award for the best dribbler of the season, he might run away with one of the best players for chances creation and goals involvement this season. He would definitely end up the League One season with an award. He's been having a brilliant season for Nantes, even though they've been fighting to stay up the League One. He's been having a brilliant season. Moving on from Moses Simon, let's move on to the Premier League. We got Fulham beat Liverpool at the weekend. Very good performance for Fulham, and we had our Niger boys in action. Calvin Bassey and Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi got on the score sheet, and he now has a record 30 goals and 34 assists in the Premier League. And it's a very good record for Alex Iwobi, coming up from Arsenal, moving down to Fulham. He's still putting up the shit, putting up good performances. Even though he's been criticized back to back, he's still out there doing his best and what he can for Fulham. Fulham got a well-deserved 3 points against Liverpool, and Calvin Bassey also put up a really good shift against Liverpool to help them get the 3 points. And on a sad note, we've got Ola Aina, who picked up an injury earlier in the week on Tuesday against Manchester United in their 1-0 win, and he was subbed up in the first half after picking up an injury. He'll be out for a couple of weeks, and he's expected back maybe early in May, and it's a sad one for Ola Aina. He's had a really brilliant season. I hope this doesn't affect Nottingham Forest too much, because he's been a very key player for Nottingham Forest side in their quest to make Europe next season. Hopefully they can continue fighting and getting points without him. And another player who had a really good week, Kelechi Iheanacho, double assist, quick fire assist for Kelechi Iheanacho in the championship for Middlesbrough. He helped Middlesbrough with a 2-0 win at the week, and he's looking back in shape. The previous week he scored his first goal in 2 years, his first league goal in 2 years, and now he has quick double fire assist. Middlesbrough are looking for a spot in the Premier League qualification, and if they continue getting wins, they might end up with a playoff spot for the Premier League qualification. And Kelechi Iheanacho looks like the player to help them do that, to help Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough get a place in the playoff. Good one for Kelechi Iheanacho. Iheanacho needs to get back to his scoring ways and he needs to rack up those assists. I would want Iheanacho back into the Super Eagles squad. The Super Eagles needs his experience. We need a player like Iheanacho, so hopefully he gets back into form and gets back into shape. Another player I'm happy he's back into shape, and after his injury layoff, is Fisayo Dele-Bashiru, and I'm glad Fisayo Dele-Bashiru is back, and Alex will be doing good things, doing wonders for Fulham. We wish Ola Aina a quick recovery. And over to you guys, which club would you want Ademola Lookman to move on to in the summer? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Help us reach 10,000 subscribers. I remain Yimzy. See you in the next one, guys. Cheers.